Apart from what was written in paper, I feel very strongly that it was Pratik, the way he played it.
How do you, as an artist, sit down and figure, "Hey, yaar, what is a good script and what is not so good script?"
If I feel that there is enough scope for me to add value to the character and storytelling, then I want to be a part of it. The job of a spy is not to fight a war, is to avoid a war.
We all scared of that kind of music, where you are, because your emotions are failing and your writing is failing, you pump it up with music.
The biggest tool that we have to use is our brain and our heart, because I have to feel so that you can feel as an audience. Back then, people never used to react, they used to respond.
Hey guys, my name is RavanSpeaks and today I'm going to be having a conversation with the producer and the actor of Saare Jahan Se Achha, Pratik and Sejal. What's up guys? How are you guys doing?
Absolutely fine.
Great, superb.
That's the energy that he brings.
Yeah, that's the energy I have to catch now.
First of all, congratulations to both of you all, because I can officially say I have watched the show and loved every damn bit of it. So congratulations to both of you all.
Thank you.
sir. Thank you.
I'm going to actually begin with you, Sejal. Okay. Have you gotten a moment to sit down and fathom the fact that, this is something that, was in works. The audience has watched it now. They've showered love. And surprisingly, nobody has bad things to say about the show.
Yeah,
How?
That was very surprising. But I'll tell you what, I haven't been able to still, because it's been such a long journey. And the first thing we thought of the idea, Pratik, was the guy we started with, even before we started writing. So we had approached him like almost 2 years, 3 years back, and that time he didn't have like any dates.
The man was busy.
The man was really, really busy. So we had to wait a lot of time for him to say, give us the dates, and that's how it happened. And now we are very excited that
This is finally, people have lapped it up, like they say. But Pratik, I have to actually take you back to that time, right? Because I remember after Scam release, everybody was talking about you. And the good thing about you was, I think the audience had finally found an actor who can act. Good job on that.
No.
And was not so publicly available. Nobody knew much about you. Of course, you were popular in the Gujarati film industry. But, when everybody starts chasing you like, oh my God, Hira mil gaya. How do you, as an artist, sit down and figure, "Hey, yaar, what is a good script and what is not so good script?"
So I guess all, highs and lows in emotions in life, you generally go back to basics.
Okay.
Because that actually gives you complete clarity. In the selection of the script, in these kind of, excited times, where people are excited to work with you, where writers are thinking of you before they even, put the first word on the paper.
Yeah.
You are the first choice of the director. That's the very, very exciting time for an actor's life.
And that's what you guys work for, right?
Exactly. That's the aim that you want, you constantly strive for.
Yeah.
The moment this phase comes in your life, I guess it always helps you better if you stick to your basics. The basics is, if I read the script, if I get the narration, and if I feel that there is enough scope for me to add value to the character and storytelling, and I can be a good tool to tell this story to the team, then I want to be a part of it.
Okay.
It has to excite me first.
Absolutely.
As an audience and as an actor.
Yeah.
And then I guess I'll be able to do the same to the audience.
Yeah,
that's the only basic thing. That's how I do it. I don't know how to put it in different technical words though. But it's just a gut feel that you go with.
Yeah, makes sense. But यार मुझे आप दोनों से ये पूछना है that your show also makes you feel patriotic without the jingoism. You know what I mean? There are so many content pieces now, and I think as filmmakers out there, everybody's figured कि यार ये emotion बहुत easy है evoke करना, इस पे काम करते हैं. But a lot of time what happens is people have a habit of going overboard with it, where I have watched something super patriotic but I've not felt patriotic because I'm like, you're now shoving it down my throat. You know what I mean? With your show, it just happened very seamlessly. Like, I wanted your character to win. I was like, go bro, like do it, whatever. As somebody who's, even thinking this on paper, okay, and when you hear it, do you even understand वहाँ पे कि यार ये थोड़ा हम है ना, this is not necessary. We're just putting it because we want to evoke a feeling.
So when we were writing this, and Bhavesh, who's also my partner, and Gaurav, when they were writing it, I think what it on paper, I don't think I took that choice. It was, they had already had it, that they were very clear that it was an emotional thing. It was not. It was an espionage show.
Yeah.
It was about spies, and it was not about a war or chest thumping. And because I feel what worked is one thing, no, they made everybody very human, because that was what it was, and everybody was working according to their own human emotions. I think that worked. And secondly, apart from what was written in paper, I feel very strongly that it was Pratik, the way he played it. You know, we have seen normally whenever you have somebody playing a nationalistic hero or patriotic, they themselves are loud. What happened is, what people haven't noticed is, apart from what was written on the paper, was how Pratik played it. He played it very, like human. The way he has played it, you see his body language, the way he spoke. So he felt like the next door guy, and he felt real. So if I'm, according to me, if any other actor, and I'm sure there are great of actors, this worked specifically apart from the writing, it worked because of Pratik. Because Pratik has that aura that he plays everything very naturally. He's like the guy next door, and he's believable. So he's not going there chest thumping, and he's not loud about it. So I think that made a big difference. I think ultimately,
very
apart
well
from the
said,
writing,
actually. But Pratik, does this happen with you? Because you've done so much work after Scam also, right? But that character has just stayed with people. For everybody else, it's Pratik from Scam. Now, whenever, let's say you had a script, okay, is that what somewhere they're also expecting out of you? कि यार वैसे करना कुछ जो Scam में किया था.
Well, luckily, till now, I have not got people who want me to repeat the same thing. Of course, they want the same kind of, success with all project, which we all want.
Of course.
We all wish for the subject. Yeah, everybody is working towards that. But luckily, I got different characters of different genres, and people could see me in, varied genres at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's a big win for an actor. That I could place myself in everybody's mind, that people could think me for comedy, people could think me for rom-com, people could think me for, action like Agni and all.
Yeah.
Heavy drama, which is actually my personal favorite genre anyways.
Is it?
Yeah, the drama is something that I love, because that's where I can create, layered emotions a lot. And especially for this particular story. Now, Vishnu's character, so there is a huge difference of what we have been, seeing on screen as far as spies and agents are concerned.
That is true.
We don't know the real agent's world.
Yeah. It's all imagination.
So my childhood first memory of an agent or a spy is James Bond, right? Playing with cool gadgets and cars and roaming all around the world.
Yeah.
He can get into anybody's house. He can open any kind of locks.
Yeah.
So we've almost created an image of a superhuman.
Yeah.
In terms of agents. They can get any information anywhere, anyhow. They can just do anything.
Yeah.
Now, when you actually see in the real world, how many agents you know? You don't know. You're not supposed to.
Actually, that's the idea, right? We're not supposed
You're
to
not
know.
supposed to know.
Yeah.
And so they are supposed to be people who can easily blend themselves in the crowd.
Yeah.
They can't be heroic.
Yeah.
They are heroic in their approach,
Yeah. Not in their appearance.
not in their appearance.
Yeah.
They can't be a person who's a head turner. Whenever he or she walks, you want to look at. Otherwise,
They're not celebrities. Let's just say that.
they can't play it like that. Otherwise, you can easily identify them. That is something different.
If somebody knows you're a spy, that means you failed as
You've clearly failed at your mission.
The biggest point here is that the Sejal is too kind that she, praised me this much. But I would, want to say it for the whole cast. The way Sunny played the character.
Yeah.
Suhail played the character. Even, Tilotama, the tiny bit that she did, it changed the whole world.
Absolutely.
Anup Soni and even Kritika and all, every character was so real that you feel for each and every human.
Yeah.
And suddenly you don't even bother about the border and the country they come from, right?
Yeah.
So that's the human drama that we wanted to create.
Yeah.
The baseline that Sumit also discussed with me, Bhavesh and Gaurav also discussed with me, that the job of a spy is not to fight a war, is to avoid a war.
Yeah.
Now that's the big shift in a thought process.
Very well said.
It is a big shift in a thought process.
For sure.
And suddenly the whole storytelling changed.
Yeah. Wow. Very well put. Yeah. But Sejal, to what he said, That's one thing that I also noticed in Saare Jahan Se Achha, that whenever we watched, India versus Pakistan, whenever Pakistan is showcased, there's a certain kind of music that will play. Like it's only like evilish. Okay, you know what I mean? But this one, I was like, where is that evil music playing? Why are their eyes not cold? You know what I mean? It just felt like, oh, this person, if I didn't know where this person is from, I'm like, yeah, he's probably playing an Indian. You know what I mean? Was that a conscious decision?
Yeah, I think because Ketan Soda, who's done the background score, when we sat with him, I think all of us, there were the EPs, Aditya Nimbalkar, Bhavesh, me, Gaurav, and all of us. I think we all were very clear that the music, we didn't want it to be like, we all scared of that kind of music, where you are, because your emotions are failing and your writing is failing, you pump it up with music.
That's always been a case.
You are
In all
forcing
formats.
people to think that, evil hai, to uske liye music karo. So I think that we have been quite conscious about. I mean, sometimes, of course, because you're doing an OTT, you take that thing. But I think we were very conscious about that fact. So that I think worked a lot. And secondly, what Pratik also said is the music and even the actors, like what he said correctly, is everybody was seamlessly put in and it all seemed real.
Yeah.
Nothing was unreal.
Yeah,
it was all
yeah.
normal emotions, that he's having a fight with his wife, or, Murtaza also has something with his friend's son and the wife. Everybody has their own journey, and nobody is just a prop. I don't think anybody was just a prop in it, and
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
had something that they wanted something out of it.
That's
so that
true.
also helped.
Wow. Also, how much does it help you, Pratik, that when you are like, what I was telling her was the setup of the show is so well that it feels very realistic, right from your cars to everything, right? The telephones, all of that. How much does this also, as an actor, help you to get into the skin of the character?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. All your costumes, props, set, everything, including the lighting and the way the shots were taken. Suddenly it helps you transport yourself first into that era and that time. We were talking about 1970s.
Yeah.
The whole thing was different. Now the moment you are there in that kind of a setup, your demeanor changes. The way you want to think changes.
Yeah.
Because you absorb. You are a living being, you absorb your surrounding.
Yeah.
And then things actually help a lot. In fact, and it was a conscious call of the whole team that we were creating 70s, era of 70s. So people used to think before they talk.
Yeah.
Today we don't have time.
Yeah.
So the moment you start with your question, I'm already processing the answer in my mind. I'm hardly listening to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how we are all hardwired these days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back then, people never used to react. They used to respond. Now, there's a huge difference. When you respond, you process.
Yeah.
And the process is, seen even through the screen when you don't say anything. There are pauses.
Yeah.
There are those moments which can create tension, which tells you a lot, which is not even written sometimes.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what we all attempted, and I'm happy that it translated to a large extent.
Yeah, I'm glad you spoke about the pauses, because I feel like that is of late missing in a lot of writings, right? Because I remember somebody had told me this, that even when you're having an interview, like when I'm conducting an interview, I think as an interviewer, one of our biggest nightmares is pauses. Either your pause or my pause. If any of us take pauses, we're like, oh, now it's going down. You know what I mean? But sometimes I feel like that is what makes us humans, right? So even in writings, when you're writing stuff like this, how important are the pauses?
I think the pauses will come in the performance and in the direction. But what you said is true, is that nowadays, especially because it's a real world and now we are micro drama, everybody is afraid. That is why they want to put music. Array, people will get bored. Then, within 5 minutes, you need to tell storytelling. Within 7 minutes, but what we all have noticed is whenever the story works, it doesn't matter whether there are long pauses, people want to think and they want to get engaged. It's only the fear. That's why they have so much of background sound, because now the way things are done is that you're watching something, they want you to be on your phone and still listen. So there's a constant chattering happening there.
Yeah.
So I think that, we all are conscious about it. So you are balancing that, because there is a need for the audience, the studio, the platform you're working with, and your own conscious decision what kind of films and stories you want to tell. So we tried that, and I think in a lot it came in the direction, in the performances and all. I think that's how it helped to do it.
How many projects have you been a part of where you were like, hey, this is what is written, great. Today I'm delivering this line, but you know what? I think we should pause here. Like, let's say you and your co-actor is delivering a line. Let's take a pause.
It happens every time.
Yeah.
It happens every time. See, that actually makes each and every actor also distinctively different than each other.
Yeah.
That's the reason I keep saying that no actors can be compared.
Yeah, for
You can't compare them unless they both are playing the same character in the same series or a same film. Then you compare them. कि आपने ऐसे किया, आपने ऐसे किया. Otherwise, you can't compare actors because we are different humans. And when I'm saying different humans, we process each and every emotion differently.
Yeah.
The way I interpret, nobody else can.
For sure.
Unless I tell them to do so.
Also,
right?
because two human beings belong to a very different strata of society, come from a different upbringing, the understanding of EQ and IQ completely changes. So that you can't really compare stuff.
Yeah,
That's
so
true.
and this is actually a part of, that's why they hire actors.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the robots can also do the job.
True.
Yeah.
Right? Because actors not only come with their hands and face,
Yeah, they come with a lot of other things.
the biggest tool that we have to use is our brain and our heart.
Yeah.
Because I have to feel so that you can feel as an audience. If I don't feel, you'll never feel.
Yeah.
If I fake it, you'll immediately catch it.
Yeah,
That it's something is not working, right?
Yeah.
So I have to process those things mindfully first, digest it, and then I can reach out to you. And as far as the question that you asked her, I just wanted to add a couple of things.
Yeah.
Largely people are scared of pauses when they are not confident. And to cover up, you feel it. You fill up with a lot of things,
Yeah.
including actors. There are hardly some actors who are very confident of what they're doing, and then they can carry the pause perfectly. Otherwise, what happens is that they fill up with a lot of unwanted ad-libs. Actually, you know what I was thinking? That's not written ever. That's not the line. Your line starts with the actual sentence.
Yeah.
But when you start to fill it up, because either you are thinking about the next line or you're not confident of what you're doing,
Yeah.
and that's when you try to fill up everything. Because if I'm not saying anything, that's when you are with me,
Yeah.
in my eyes.
Yeah.
And if you see I'm not confident, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm caught. The same thing that even writers, actors, directors, even on stage, I've seen it many times. No pause. There is a fear that we'll be caught.
Pausing, yeah.
We'll be caught.
Yeah.
If you are 100% confident, you see there are a lot of storytellers who play amazingly well with pauses.
Yeah. I also feel like if there are pauses and you just have, let's say close-ups of people, that itself tells so many things that sometimes you don't have to use a voiceover to, fill in for what probably you thought the audience didn't understand. The last one coming to you, Sejal. What next after delivering this amazing?
We are actually developing around 3 films with, I think we just made an announcement some time back. So we're working with 4-5 interesting directors. We are working on 2 other series. So yeah.
Oh, that's that for you. And Pratik, to you, what is the advice you would like to give the Pratik who is going on his first audition? Do you remember the first audition?
Yeah, I think.
When was it?
I think I remember. 2005, I guess, 4-5.
2005.
Just
So
21 years.
2 decades ago.
Yeah,
2 decades ago.
Yeah.
Where was he?
Somewhere in Andheri.
Somewhere in India.
Somewhere in Andheri, and for a television show.
Okay.
Because back then television was a big phenomenon.
Very big.
Every second month there was a new show coming
Yeah.
out. So I thought इतने लोगों को काम मिल रहा है हमें कुछ ना कुछ तो मिल ही जाएगा करके. Then I just went there and I mean it never happened. Television never happened with me.
Yeah. But what is the advice you would like to give him?
I think something that I followed, but now if I have to just look back and tell myself something, that just stick around with even more confidence. Though I had a good amount of confidence, that's the reason I could survive all these 20 years.
Yeah.
But little more confidence and just a little aggressive, push yourself.
Perfect. No, but I'm glad you are confident in being that person you are, because otherwise we wouldn't we wouldn't have been able to see the phenomena that Pratik Gandhi is. And thank you so much, Sejal, for making sure we saw this again in a new light. And congratulations on the show, both of y'all.
Thank you.
Hoping to see you guys super soon. Till then, this one is a wrap.